Untold Stories, Part 1. Once upon a time, there was a girl. This girl's story is more than anyone can handle, and her past is beyond what anyone can. She acts tough and strong around others, because she doesn't want anyone to know what she has gone through. She never trusts anyone with that sensitive information. She goes to school today, while keeping on her tough mask. Her name is Saichi Chitsuku. She goes to her locker as usual, picks up her stuff, and goes to the yard. Every time she is here, she remembers how lonely she is, and how she has no one to trust, no one to talk to. She keeps reminding herself that she is strong with nothing stopping her, yet she knows how weak she is. She wants someone to trust. She wants someone to lean on. She wants to feel cared and to feel loved, yet she cannot find a person worthy enough of her trust. She could never imagine anyone being able to handle her worst. She keeps herself to herself, building up stress every day. She knows it is gonna explode any minute, yet she persists on keeping to herself. She goes to the yard and sits down on the same bench she always sits on, talking to no one but her own thoughts. She stays there alone and keeps thinking, more like fighting with her own thoughts. You're always alone. You'll never be loved. You can't fight back. Make them suffer. Nobody deserves this. You must kill all oppressors. I want to have my revenge. Millions of negative thoughts run through her head every day. She looks at people chatting and notices how close some people are to each other. She hears that the red-haired girl is too close to the red-haired boy. She thinks, maybe they're a couple. I wish I could have someone who cares about me and loves me. All she ever wanted was to escape her suffering and feel loved. She keeps thinking. Class is about to start, so everyone starts heading to their classes. While they were heading there, a boy noticed how sad Sachi looked. So he asked, "Are you okay? Class starting, you should get ready." She answered with, "I'm alright, don't worry." The boy noticed that something doesn't feel right. He couldn't pinpoint what was wrong, but he knows something is wrong. He said, "Well, get ready for class, we need to go." He then remembered seeing this girl in class every day, so he had to stop there and walk with her to class. He stopped there and introduced himself. Hi, I'm Jacky Xavier, your classmate. You should know that, I'm bad at this. Hi, Sachi, what's new today?" She looked at him and answered, "Nothing much. Every day's the same. By the way, wanna be my friend?" Jacky smiled and said, "I already am. Come on, let's go to class. We're gonna be late." She responded, "You can go ahead. I'll follow soon." He shook his head and said, "Ain't on without you. Come on, let's go." Sachi smiled a bit. She stood up and said, "Well then, let's go." They started chatting on their way to class. They all went to class. Everyone was busy with something. Jacky was busy texting people. The other girl was reading up some books. And the boy was finishing his assignments. However, Sachi wasn't doing anything. All she was doing is thinking. She keeps thinking, why did Jacky decide to talk to me all of a sudden? Was I too broken? Did he see through my mask? Was this an attempt to cheer me up? If so, why me? Why would he care to talk to me? I'm not sure. But hey, at least I made a friend, right? She keeps thinking. After class, she goes back to her normal routine and sits alone at the cafeteria table. Nobody came to her table, not even Jacky. He was busy talking to another girl. She also noticed that red-haired dudes kissing, imagining what it would be like to have a kiss. She started wanting to have a boyfriend, so she can feel loved and cared for. She didn't know how to get one. She just wanted to feel what true love felt like. She wanted to feel what a kiss felt like. She wanted to feel what being cared for felt like. She wanted to feel loved, yet she didn't know how. She kept thinking. Yet again, everyone was leaving for class after lunch. Yet again, Jacky came over and talked to Sachi again. "Hey, we gotta go to class. Lunch is over. By the way, you any better?" She responded with, "I said I'm alright. Nothing's wrong with me. Let's go to class." Jacky knew something was wrong, as it was clear she was lying, but didn't know how to get to know her better. He was like, "Alright, walk and talk?" She agreed. They started walking and talking. They talked about the weather, class, responsibilities. Then suddenly, they start talking about family. And at that moment, things got turned upside down. Sachi talked about how her family is abusive and how she never had a nice childhood. She kept saying how her family kept shouting at her and blaming her for every mistake in the house. She was always the one to blame for every single mistake. She even got threatened multiple times with having all her electronics taken away for literally no reason. Jacky started realizing how it must be hard for this girl. He sympathizes with her as his life is also not that great. He also has many moments of suicidal thoughts and depression. He didn't know how to fix himself. A person came up and said, "Jacky, our biology teacher is looking for you. He's in the lab." Jacky apologized to Sachi and left to check it out. School was over and Jacky wasn't in class for the last 3 periods. Sachi didn't know why. She assumed the biology teacher wanted something that important. Well, she's always alone anyways, so she started heading home. She never thought it would work out anyways, as nobody could love a girl like her. She could handle her breakdowns, but nobody can. Nobody could handle it. She let Jacky slip away from her thoughts and decided to head home. While she was heading home, Jacky noticed her, so he started running after her. "Wait!" he shouted. "What do you think he will do next? Why is he using his time with this girl? Why would he invest his time to help her out?" Find out in the next episode.